Hey y'all, come on in here. It is Monday. Let's start your week off with some mindset, some motivation, some money tips, all the things that you need. I need you to come on in here because why are you tripping so much? As in, why every time you have the opportunity, you start doubting yourself? Not realizing that a lot of people are looking at you wondering how you have it all together. And let me just share with you a quote. And let me pin my comment. Let me pin my comment. Can you guys hear me? Comment yes in the chat if you can hear me. The Nella B experience, it might be you. So maybe come back out and come back in. Let's just be sure. But comment yes in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, yes, yes, yes. So I want to just share with you guys a quote that I tweeted. When did I tweet this? A couple days ago? Did I even take a screenshot of it? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But let me just say this. You're second guessing yourself. You're spending this time second guessing yourself. You're spending this time second guessing your gifts, second guessing your skills, second guessing your talents, second guessing your potential. And mind you, there are a lot of people who are actually wondering how you have it all together. Let me make sure you understand something about growth and about you achieving what you're destined to achieve. It's usually only you that is holding yourself back and is thinking those negative things about you. A lot of the time, people are envious and wondering, how did this person not fail yet? How does she keep getting back up? How has she gone through all she's gone through and she's still here? How has she continued to have the courage to still go after this business? How did she not just end it all after that last relationship? How does she still look so good? I need you to understand, you're the one who's second guessing, and a lot of people are looking at you in admiration, wondering how. I need you to straighten that crown. Okay, I need you to straighten that crown on top of your head and stop tripping so much. Stop tripping so much in the sense of you need to shoot your shot. Because let me tell you what's happening right now in 2024. Okay? People are getting very, very rich off of social media, off of shooting their shot, off of creating videos about their brand, off of talking about their ideas, off of, creating 1-minute videos of them organizing their home, off of creating content showing their weight loss journey, off of talking about the struggles that they have getting a job, creating content about their life, putting themselves out there, deciding to 100% accept themselves for who they are and sell the product, sell the idea, create the content, talk about whatever it is, and making money. So what I want to know is, are you going to stay in your position and allow this opportunity to keep passing you by? Are you going to keep allowing everyone else to post screenshots of the new car, the new house, the vacation, the trip, the $100,000, the however much, and still sit and say to yourself, oh, but they can do it. I don't know if it could be me. She can become a content creator. I don't know if it could be me. She can launch a clothing line. I don't know if it could be me. This person can do this thing. I don't know if it could be me. Stop second guessing your gifts. Stop second guessing your gifts. Stop second guessing what you are here to do. Because here's the thing, right? Shooting your shot is worth it. I want you to comment in the chat, I'm worth it. Comment, I'm worth it in the chat, because you're worth going after it. There's two things that you could do, right? And they both take just about the same amount of energy. I know that you all know how exhausting it can be when you have an idea that won't leave your head, but you don't execute on it. I know how exhausting it can feel when you continuously keep thinking about this thing that you want to do, this business that you want to launch, this product that you want to sell, these sales that you want to make, you know, the events that you want to be at, the places that you want to be, my lip oil, the places that you want to be, the things that you want to do, but you don't do them. That is just as uncomfortable as shooting your shot. You're afraid to just go ahead and try it. You're afraid to just go ahead and jump in. You're nervous about what are other people going to think. But that restlessness that you feel on a daily basis of thinking about what is the potential? What if it works? That restlessness feels worse than actually just going for it. That restlessness, that frustration, that feeling like I want to do it, but I'm just too scared to jump over the edge. That feeling is worse than just actually going out and doing it. That feels worse. That is the feeling that keeps you up at night. When we are struggling with things like anxiety, when we are struggling with things like depression, when we are struggling with things like restlessness, sadness, you know, mental health difficulties, a lot of that is related to us not fully leaning into our gifts and our full potential and living the life that the true you inside of you wants to live. There's a battle going on right now. And the more that you try to suppress what it is that you are meant to go out and try, the harder it is going to be for you to actually be who you're supposed to be. Stop thinking that it can't work for you. Instead of thinking, what if it goes wrong? I want you to think, but what if it goes right? Instead of focusing on what if I don't get brand deals, what if I don't make sales, what if nobody likes my posts, what if I never launch this business, instead think, but what if I do it all? What if I launch this and I make so many sales that I can't even control? What if I grow a huge following? What if people do like my service and my product? What if I do get the brand deals? What if I do get the speaking engagement? What if it works? What if it all goes well? Let's shift to that perspective, right? Instead of always thinking on the negative side, what if it doesn't work? What if nobody likes it? What if I look bad in my picture? What if it works? I want you to comment that in the chat. What if it all works out? Write that down. Comment, what if it all works out? What if it all works out, actually? And you know what? So I was vlogging the other day, right? And I've never vlogged before, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start vlogging, because who says I have to keep myself in a box? I love creating my educational content. I love teaching. I love coaching. But let me start vlogging and doing some lifestyle content too, because I'm gonna go and do it all. And you know what came to me? So when I was younger, I used to always feel like, what if everyone's life is a movie, right? When I was like between the ages of 7 and 10, I remember very distinctively feeling like my life is a movie. Like I would really feel like someone's watching this. It's got to be God or the angels, but you know, I'm here in this experience and this life is a movie. So I have to make it as, you know, awesome as I can. And I forgot that I had used to think those thoughts, but being back in Paris, spending time meditating, it came back to me that this life is a movie. And you are the director of this story. You are the director of this film. And you know who's the producer? God. And so how I want you to see this for yourself, God is the producer, meaning he's giving you all the funds, he's giving you all the gifts, he's giving you all the coordination. He's already put everything inside of you for you to go make the best movie possible. God has already produced you to the fullest form to go and make the best movie possible. You are the director, meaning you are the one who gets to decide how the plot changes. You are the one who gets to decide how excellent things become or how terrible they become. You are the one who gets to decide if you live a life of luxury in this movie or if you live a life of poverty in this movie. You are the one who gets to decide your happy ending. You are the one who gets to decide the things that you're going to try or not try. You are the director of this film, and it's time for you to start making those executive decisions. I want you to comment in the chat, I am the director of my life. You are the director of this. God is the producer. So we always know we go back to God if we need guidance on certain decisions. But ultimately, God has given you the ability to navigate your life with the gifts that he has already given you. You are the director of this film. Some of you guys are giving too much power to the people who are only in the cast. Who's more powerful? The director or the people on the cast? Who's more powerful? The director or the extras? Some of you guys are giving too much power to the extras. The people who are looking at you from the sideline, having background conversations, the people who may or may not like your post, the people who may or may not have opinions about your life, the people who are the supporting actors and actresses. That can be friends, that can be relationships, that can be family. The people who are the supporting actors and actresses, you are giving them the role of director, and that is your role. You know, Fenty. I got on my Fenty lip oil, and it's too thick. Okay, here we go. I'm wearing this one. I just tried it for the first time, and it's good, but it gets a little stuck in the corners, and I hate white corners. Oh my God. Okay, sidebar. Y'all ever see people who are talking with no lip gloss on? Like, you know, they're not wearing lip gloss and they get the white corners on the side from the saliva. Jesus, take the wheel. Like, it is just, oh my God. And you have to stay focused on their conversation, but you just keep looking at their side of their mouth and you're like, oh my God, am I supposed to look at your mouth or am I supposed to look at you? Because right now it's really hard. It's really challenging. So when I see these corners, I'm like, oh no, let me get this together right now, because I cannot have y'all going live with y'all looking at the corners of my mouth like, oh my God, because that's the same way I'll be looking at the corner of your mouth if you have something white in the corner of your mouth. So y'all, let's make sure we clean that up. Let's make sure we clean that up, because y'all not going to have me looking at me crazy. Okay, y'all not going to be looking at me crazy. All right. Maybe I just put too much on. I don't know. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. You are the director of your life, and some of you guys are giving too much power to your supporting actors and actresses. You're giving too much power to the extras. You get to decide how great this life will be. You get to decide the things that you are going to try. You get to decide how you're going to respond to challenges. Because here's the thing, challenges are going to come. Tough days, dark days, and difficulties are going to come. But when you get into those dark places, you have the opportunity to decide in that moment, am I going to see this as me being buried? Buried under this stress, buried under these financial issues, buried under this indecisiveness, buried under this sadness. Am I deciding that right now I am buried? Or am I deciding that right now I have been planted? There is a difference. Sometimes you're treating the things that you go through as you being buried. It's the end of it all. The business that didn't work out, you're buried under the sadness. The relationship that didn't work out, you're buried under the stress. You have not been buried. You have been planted. When my previous marriage ended, when I decided to walk away because I was done with the physical abuse, in those moments at my mom's house, after this paperwork was signed, crying on my bed. Oh God, who's gonna marry me with 4 children? How am I gonna change my life? I have no money. I have no this. I have no that. Completely feeling like it was the end of it all at 27 years old with 4 kids living at my mom's house on EBT. This just must be how it's gonna end. But I decided in that moment, one way or another, I opened up my phone and it showed me the quote. When you're in a dark place and you feel like you've been buried, perhaps you have been planted. It is time to bloom. And that day I said, you know what? Where I am right now, it is dark. Ending a marriage is dark. Physical abuse is dark. Starting over on EBT is dark. Driving Postmates to make money, it is dark. But this is going to be how I launch again. This is going to be how I bloom into a whole new version of me that I have not seen before. I encourage you to look at your challenges as opportunities for you to grow, for you to bloom. I encourage you to look at the darkness that may be surrounding certain parts of your life, certain parts of your finances, certain parts of your business as opportunities for you to plant and for you to bloom. Because one thing you have to understand, being that God is the producer of this film, God has also put his trust in you to be able to put your trust back in him and know that anything you are going through, you are equipped to overcome. Anything that finds your way along this path, you are equipped to overcome it. You are equipped to do it. The ideas that you have about the business that you want to build would not even be your ideas if our producer, if God had not already made it a part of your essence of who you are. This is why I tell you, you have to shoot your shot. There are thousands and thousands of dollars being made per day on social media, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, having a faceful brand or a faceless brand, doing all different types of things. If there was any moment right now where it is actually accessible for you to make more money quickly and consistently, it is right now. It is right now. And let me tell you something. It doesn't mean that you have to be the center of the brand. We're in a time now where you can create theme pages, you can create faceless brand pages, and I'm not talking about faceless marketing because that has its own whole world selling those repurposed digital products. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about you creating theme pages around a niche, an industry that you're interested in, and using systems to consistently post that content to where you start earning $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month just off of views. Not even yet selling a product. So when I'm telling you to shoot your shot, yes, I want you to get in front of the camera and do what makes your heart content, but I also want you to shoot your shot by trying strategies that you haven't tried yet. Stop thinking that just because you haven't had your moment that there's something wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. You may not have had your moment because you haven't tried everything yet. You haven't stayed consistent even when it wasn't convenient. Let me tell you guys something. When I'm living, because right now I'm in France, right? But in Senegal, West Africa, which is where I've been living for the last year, there's a lot of conveniences that I don't have as compared to when I'm living in the US. And it was hard, right? It's like, I love living in Senegal, but a part of it is challenging because the convenience of just ordering something when I want it, I don't have it. The convenience of being able to, just quickly get in my car, drive down the street, I don't have it. I have to wait for the driver, different things like that. And so something that I've realized is, Ellie, maybe you're here and God has put you in this situation so that you can relearn how to be consistent even when it's not convenient. How to still go after your goals even when you're in a changed environment. How to still remain disciplined even when you're in a situation, in an environment, in a space that isn't actually that comfortable. And that's what I want to tell you too. Your environment right now may not be the ideal place where you want to launch that business, or where you want to launch that brand, or where you want to start selling your products. But do not wait for it to be convenient in order for you to be consistent. And it made me think back to when I started my business at my mom's house in the corner of the living room with 4 kids. No pretty background, just me, the IKEA bed that my mom's friend gave me, some decorations I bought from Ross, and we got to work. I made my first $1 million in the corner of that living room. Creating content, going live, coaching people, doing exactly what I'm doing now, but with less means. And so now, right, that I've made money, I've been able to access certain things, I have given myself the false impression that I can only dive into that same consistency when I have the conveniences that I've been able to afford. But remember last year when I told you guys, I don't know, but God is pulling me to go to Senegal. I don't know why. I'm a little bit scared, but God is telling me it's time for you to move. And now I really realize God needed me to get into a different situation so I can still remain consistent even when I don't have the conveniences. Because let me tell you something that can happen. If you get too comfortable, you will not have that same grind mentality that you had at the beginning. If you get too comfortable with things being convenient, you will not be able to go after your goals with that same fire, that same desire, because you're waiting for things to be comfortable. You're waiting for things to be convenient. It is not convenient to create content where you are, to post 3 times a day, to talk about your business, to do the things that you want to do. Maybe you don't have the things that you specifically want right now, but that type of consistency in a situation that is actually inconvenient, in a situation that is uncomfortable, the consistency there is what is going to launch you so much faster. Because when you can do it when it's not comfortable, when you can do it when it's inconvenient, when you can do it when it's hard, when you can do it when other people are telling you it makes no sense, that's when you know. That's when you know you've really carved something within yourself. Nobody can take that from you. Nobody can take that grit from you. Nobody can take that hard work from you, right? Don't get comfortable. Don't get lazy. Is he awake? I definitely believe that God is also telling me, hey girl, yes, I blessed you with many millions. You've been very successful. But I need to make sure you still got that dog in you. I need to make sure you still realize from where you came, and that you can still exercise the same convenience even when it is not consistent for you. I need to see if you're still all gas, no brakes. I need to make sure that you're still going to be as motivated as you once were when you had nothing in your bank account, now that you have millions in your bank account. And that's a very true thing. So what I want you guys to understand, while you are getting started, however much you have in your bank account right now, attach yourself to the ability to remain disciplined, to remain consistent, even when it's hard. Give yourself the opportunity to shoot your shot. There is something about being hungry. And I don't just mean physically hungry. There is something about being in a situation where you know you want better, where you know you want more, and the way you push yourself and pull yourself to get out of that situation truly shows what you are made of. I know what you're made of. I know what you have the potential to do. Remember, you are the director of this movie that is your life. And are you going to just allow yourself to stay, I can't, I'm just going to lay back. I've been knocked out too many times by all these problems, all these stress. I'm just going to stay back. Or are you going to get up, wipe the tears, put on those boxing gloves, and get back into the ring and go after what is meant for you. Because if you weren't already thinking about it, it wouldn't be meant for you. If it wasn't for you, you wouldn't even be considering it. I need you to understand this. I firmly believe that if I can transform my life and my situation with where I have been and with what I have gone through, I know that you can do the same thing. I know that you can do the same thing. If I can go from the Motel 6 on Crenshaw, living in my mom's house, being on EBT, driving Postmates. If I can go from all these different things I've been through, y'all, which we even have to go over because you don't even know the half of them. If I can go from that to where I am, you can absolutely do the same thing. But I need you to embrace the fight in you. I need you to shoot your shot. Stop tripping. Like we said at the beginning, stop second guessing yourself and realize so many people are admiring the fact that you are still here. Are you going to let whoever was the last person that put you down get the last word? Sometimes you need to be motivated by the people who have hurt you. A big part of me putting in that work when I lived at my mom's house to make as much money as I could when I started my business was because I refused for my ex to find me in the same situation in which I left him. I refused for him to have any gall to even think that I was worse off away from him than with him. So if that's what needs to be your motivation too, do not let the last person who played you think that they got the best of you. Think that they won. If there's anything, if you are not at a point where you can motivate yourself, allow the fact that you will not let that person, that situation, that boss, that ex, whoever it is, allow yourself to be motivated by the fact that you will not let that person who played you get the last word. They're not going to have it. You will not find me where you left me. You will not find me in the same place. You will not have the ability to even think that I'm the same person I was when you knew me. That's why you need to shoot your shot. If not for anything else, you are not going to give that person, that situation, those people the satisfaction of thinking that you're still the same person they once knew. That, I guess it doesn't matter whatever I did to her or him because she's still doing the same thing. No. Not in this movie. Not in your movie. Not in your movie. You gonna come back. You gonna have that comeback song. Okay. Not in this movie. No, ma'am. You need to make sure that you shoot your shot. You need to make sure that you do what you need to do to start changing your life and changing your situation now. And apart from the fact that I will always speak life into you all, I will also give you the strategies. I believe that God has really helped me to, of course, grow my businesses, set up all these passive income streams, not only because of what I went through, but also because I have a real love and passion for making sure that whatever I achieve, I help others to achieve as well. So what I've been able to do to make millions, I'm going to give you the strategies to do the same. What I've been able to do to set up 7 passive income streams, I'm going to give you the strategies to do the same. Because yes, motivation is one thing. Speaking life into you is another, but I am not going to just leave you with a word of motivation and not actually hold my hand out and give you the tools that say, here's actually how you're going to get it done. I want you to be motivated to shoot your shot. And here are also the strategies to ensure that when you shoot your shot, it goes in. I want you to go and create more content and grow your brand and grow your business. I want you to make more money. And here are also the strategies to ensure that that actually happens. That's the thing. Not only am I going to speak life into you, but I'm also going to make sure you get results. I want you to comment in the chat, I deserve results. Comment, I deserve results in the chat. Because it's one thing, oh, where you going? Okay, come back this way. Come back this way. So I got this new tripod and it moves when I move, but let me have it come back this way. Or let me just turn off the AI tracking. Hold on. Okay, come back this way. Oh, okay. I want you to comment, I deserve results. Because it's one thing to be motivated, it's another thing to make moves. And I'm not just going to tell you, oh, do this, I believe in you, fix that crown, you got this. Yes, I'm going to tell you that, but I'm also going to tell you and show you, now here's step 1 through 10 of how you're actually going to do it. Here are the systems you need to use. Here are the tools that you need to use. Here are the accounts that you need to use. Here are the strategies that you need to use. Here is the cadence that you need to use. Here's what worked for me. Here's what didn't work for me. So don't do that. Make sure you do something else. That's the key. Not only is it about believing in yourself to get there, but it's also about having the tools to actually make it happen. And you know, one thing I really understand is you all being consumers, you want to grow your brand, you want to grow your business, you want to grow your income, you want to implement passive income, you want to do all the things that you're seeing all over the internet. But I understand that sometimes it can become difficult to really know who is for you and who is just giving you a clickbait image, right? Or a clickbait video that's going to make you think the results are easy. That's not what we're here to do. I want you guys to understand something. The reason I talk to you all so openly about my story and about what I've gone through and about the things that I've overcome is because I really hope that you see a little bit of yourself in this story. I want you to understand that getting to your first $100,000, your first $1 million, your first $2 million, your first $5 million, the way that I have, isn't going to be all rosy. It's not a clickbait title. I want you to understand that if I've overcome what I have overcome, starting from EBT to where I am now, you absolutely can. You don't need to have started with the most perfect situation in order to earn profit. It doesn't have to be perfect in order for it to turn out into a perfect, profitable situation. It doesn't have to start out perfect in order for it to finish out with profit. So where you are right now, all you need to do is start planting the seeds of consistency. Every single day, create content about your business. Every single day, utilize the systems to build your theme page, to build your Faceless brand. Follow the dollars. Here's a gem I want to give you guys. Now, I'm in my Financial Freedom Summit this week. So every day I'm teaching my class to hundreds of students, giving you all the strategies to make an extra $50,000 in your business and $50,000 in passive income. So last night's class was all about moving abroad, setting up passive income with semi-trucks, car rentals, buying franchises or service-based businesses, and digital products, specifically through Faceless and theme pages. Okay, so that was last night's class, which you'll get the recording to if you join. Tonight, we're talking about marketing and the mindset and the systems that you need to implement into your business to make these passive income streams and your sales for your business grow. And tomorrow we're sitting on Zoom on the computer together, step by step, actually setting up your digital products, actually setting up your accounts, actually putting your offers together so that by the end of the week, you're in position to make money. Here's something that I want you guys to understand, okay? Focus on TikTok. I know I'm here on Instagram talking to you, but I need you to realize that TikTok is going to make you passive income from a faceless page in the next 60 days. You are going to make at least $2,000 using automated posting systems, using AI, creating content, not even creating, but pulling content from the internet that is related to a very specific niche or industry. So fitness, health and wellness, beauty, skincare, real estate, whatever industry or niche you choose, you are going to start generating passive income from that faceless page within 60 days. I want you to just comment in the chat, I can do it. Comment, I can do it in the chat. Because I'm not telling y'all this because it doesn't work. I have 2 faceless TikTok pages that I started about 55 days ago. And they have already generated $2,467. Now, $2,400 or $2,500 isn't a ton of money, but this is why I want you to know, don't only get oohs and ahs from the people who tell you, oh, make $20,000 today. Because let me tell you something, before you get to 20,000, you have to get to 1,000. You have to get to 2,000. And if you can use systems, automations, AI, and just a little bit of consistency to set up a TikTok page that is faceless to make you at minimum $1,000 extra a month. 1 page, 2 pages, 2,000, 3 pages, 3,000, 4 pages. You see where I'm going with this, right? I need you to realize that it doesn't have to be hard for you to start making money. Get out of your own way. Stop tripping, shoot your shot, and let's apply the strategies. Yes, I'm here on Instagram, but let me tell you something. Don't let the fact that people are telling you, oh, TikTok's going to be shut down. TikTok is pouring billions of dollars into the platform to pay creators right now so that when it goes back to appeal, they're able to say, look at all the money people have made within the last 12 months. This is your time right now to leverage that platform along with Instagram and YouTube, right? We'll cover those as well in class, but to leverage that platform and literally pull those dollars out. They are monetizing and the pay is higher than YouTube. It is higher than any other platform on the market right now, just for videos over 1 minute long. I need you to get out of your own way right now. I need you to get out of your own way and get serious. Again, I've made millions of dollars. Yes, $2,500 isn't a lot, but that's just the beginning. I want you to get passionate about what the journey looks like and what that first 1,000 feels like, what that first 2,000 feels like, what that first 3,000 feels like. Because $2,500 in 2 months to me tells me that, okay, it's working. And if we just keep increasing and staying consistent, that will soon be 5,000. That will soon be 10,000. Let me just ask you right now, would $2,500 a month passively from 1 or 2 TikTok pages do a lot for you in your life right now? I want you to comment yes or yes in the chat. Because, I still think $2,500 can pay some bills. Like, that's money. That's some people's salary. Don't let the clickbait reels fool you. Oh, make a $20,000 tomorrow, make $100,000 a day. Listen, I've made a lot of money on the internet, and I still appreciate $2,500 that I didn't have to work for, passive. Right. I'm I'm like, that's still money to me. I don't know about these other millionaires, but $2,500 that I didn't have to do anything for, except for set up some systems, use some AI, plug in some. That's a win to me. Especially with 5 kids. That's definitely going to cover some shoes, some Christmas gifts, some groceries. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen. Appreciate the fact that you can start this and grow it, right? $2,500 isn't the cap. That's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. So here's what I want you guys to do. Now, typically, because we already started the summit, the doors would be closed. But I really feel like there's someone in here tonight who still needs to get in the room. I really feel like there's someone in here tonight who still needs to get in the room for the summit. And so I'm going to open up the doors. And I'm going to do even one thing better. Now, of course, all week we're live on Zoom from 6 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. You will get the replays as well, just in case you have work or anything. But what I'm also going to do is for the next 10 people who get their seat into the summit, I'm hosting a bonus private group call for just the people who get their seat for us to implement even further. So any questions you have, it's basically going to be one-on-one because there's only going to be 10 or maybe 15 people in the room. A private bonus session to implement even further. Any additional questions that you have, whatever additional systems you want to implement, we're going to be able to share your screen, really dive in and make sure that even beyond these 6 days, you have the extra support that you need. So let me show you guys how to get your seat, okay? Now, normally the doors is closed because we started yesterday, but I really want you to not only get the motivation that I've given you today, but also get the how, also get the strategies. So your seat to the summit is only $397. And with what you're going to learn, you will be able to make 10 times that within the next 30 days. And I say that with my chest because it always happens. You're going to be able to make at least $3,000 from any of the passive income streams I teach you, or implementing the done-for-you digital products that I've created for you into your business. So consider this an investment into your $3,000, $5,000, or $10,000 return within the next 30 to 90 days. I need to make sure you make this money back times 10 before we get to Christmas, okay? So let me show you guys how you're gonna get your seat. Right, $2,500 is a lot. Okay, especially if you're starting with $397 and you flip that and turn it into $2,500, where does that ever happen? So what you're going to do is go to my Instagram profile, click the link in my bio, click join the challenge, and you are going to join it right here. Join the summit. Classes are every day. We've already started from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. And you are going to secure your seat in full, or you can split your payment. Either way. Now, let me tell you this. The first 10 people who secure their seat right now, you are going to join that private bonus call. Now, there's hundreds of people in the summit, but the 10 of you who secure your seat, you'll be in this private call with only about 10 or 15 people for us to be able to work together privately, one-on-one, on your business, on your theme pages, on these TikTok strategies I want to show you, and so much more, even after the challenge, okay? So let me show you guys one more time how to secure your seat. When you're on my profile, click the link in my bio here. That'll take you right here, and you are going to click join the summit. We're starting at 6 Eastern to 8 p.m. Save your spot, and the first 10 people who secure, you're getting access to that private call. So that is $397 for all 6 days, or split your payment. Now, here's the thing. Oh, I forgot what I was about to say. Yes, join. So we started last night, but all of the calls are recorded and you have lifetime access to the replay. Some people only give access for 30 days, but I give you lifetime access because sometimes you're going to need to go back to these strategies 6 months from now. And I want you to know that this investment in yourself is something you will have from now until we are both old and gray with grandkids. Okay, as long as you keep your username and password to log into the course platform, you can look at this course again with your kids when we're all 83 years old, God willing. Okay, so you will have lifetime access to this replay. Now, those of you who are already in the summit, I am going to have an opportunity at the end of the week to, well, let me not give too much away, but don't worry, okay? Like those of you who are already in the summit, I got y'all. This is for those who haven't joined yet. I want you to have extra encouragement to invest into yourself by getting access to this private group call for 10 of you guys who secure your seat right now, okay? Not only am I giving you motivation, it's also about strategy. What did we say at the beginning of this call? You deserve results. Yes, I'm going to speak life into you. Yes, I want you to shoot your shot. Yes, I want you to really stay consistent. But I also want to give you the strategy so that you know exactly what you're doing and you're able to essentially fish for yourself and go make this money on a consistent basis. All right. So I'm about to go get ready for class. We start tonight's session in about 30 minutes. And of course, we've got tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So secure your seat, get your notebook out, get in the room for class tonight, and make sure you are locked into getting your results this week. Remember, you are going to absolutely increase this investment 10 times over by the end of this year. All right? Love you guys, and I will see you in class tonight. Stop tripping and go and do what you